Our next guest has been in just about everything. Star of stage and screen, Joshua Malina. He broke out alongside Gwyneth Paltrow and Christina Applegate and Candice Bergen 20 years ago in the film View from the Top.
Then he won us over as Will Bailey on The West Wing before going on to play a cynical but principled lawyer on the hit series Scandal.
Well, now Joshua is returning to his Broadway roots, taking over the role of Hermann in Leopoldstadt, which just won Best Play for the Tony Award this past Sunday.
He's also busy as the newly minted co-host of the Unorthodox podcast from Tablet Magazine, a show dedicated to Jewish culture. Joshua, welcome.
Thank you.
We were all
Thanks
just saying you've had such
Although I wasn't allowed to bring my pet pheasant in.
Yeah, exactly.
I was told she's considered poultry.
Yes, exactly.
Right at the security.
Slightly offensive.
But we do have good news for dinner.
There's so much to talk about this morning. So let's start with Unorthodox. You joined the team this season. How's it going so far?
I'm very excited. That is my big MO professionally, to join things that are already giant hits. I did it with West Wing. I've done it with Leopoldstadt, and now with Unorthodox, which is the most popular Jewish-themed podcast, although it's for everyone. It has universal appeal. Yeah. And it's going very well. I'm the new co-host of 3. They've been going for 8 years, and it's a lovely chance to discuss living a substantive Jewish life. And we have a Jew of the Week on every week. And we have a Gentile of the Week on.
Okay. It's balanced.
You could be a Gentile.
I could be Gentile of the Week.
We have a lot of fun. And
That's really funny. I was reading through the note. One of our producers said that she was talking to you, and you were talking about your wife and this term cooperative overlapping.
Yes.
It's something I can relate to in my family. It sounds like your family might be a little bit like that.
Yes. As 3 Jews, we want to make it clear that we like each other. It might sound like we're interrupting each other, but it's cooperative overlapping. My wife, who converted to Judaism, but had her first dinner with my family 30 years ago, and I said, didn't it go great? And she said, well, I was a little uncomfortable when you guys all started arguing. And I said, honey, we were never arguing. That was us getting along. It was cooperative overlapping. Yeah.
Cooperative discussion we're having. We mentioned Leopoldstadt at the beginning. It just won a Tony Award.
Very thrilling.
Yes. So, I mean, everybody's been talking about this. So why do you think it has resonated so well with audiences?
That's a great question. Well, it is about an interfaith, intermarried family in Vienna starting in 1899 and follows them for 60 years. And although the Holocaust is not addressed, it looms over the course of the whole play and their lives. And unfortunately, rather than it being a piece of history and a museum piece, I think it's resonating with people because there are seeds of creeping fascism and anti-Semitism and racism in society today, so it's very, very relevant.
But before you got involved with Unorthodox, I mean, you were no stranger to the podcast world. You started rewatching The West Wing, and now you did The West Wing Weekly, but you started rewatching in 2016.
Yeah.
So what was the genesis for that?
Well, my dear friend and co-host Rishikesh Hirway came up with the idea, and I said, is that really, every week we're going to talk about an episode of a show I did a long time ago?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, and people will listen to it. And he was right. And so we did a companion podcast where every episode of The West Wing, we have an episode discussing it, and we had guests on, and Aaron Sorkin came on, and
we named all
Prime
these
Minister
projects.
of Canada came on. We ended up getting a lot of
amazing.
Justin Trudeau came on?
Justin Trudeau came on because he's a big West Wing fan. We discovered all these people wanted to talk to us. Yeah.
What a beautiful thread. Do you have any favorites? Or are they all like your babies? Like all these projects. We talk about Scandal. We talk about being on stage. We talk about,
I think it sounds like I've had a great career, even though it's really been like this. We haven't talked about the unemployment.
But that's life, right?
Let's keep the illusion. Always working. West Wing is a huge standout. Scandal is a huge standout. And getting to act in a Tom Stoppard play at Broadway is beyond. When I was 18, I went to opening night of his play, The Real Thing, and I was blown away by this new playwright I had not been aware of. He wasn't new. I was new. And it took me 40 years, but I'm in a play by maybe our greatest living playwright.
And talk about the intersection of things. I mean, you were practicing pickleball here. I understand your cast.
Leopoldstadt cast, they're ardent pickleballers. I'm new to the sport. I'm working on it, but
it seems like you know what you're doing.
Thank you. You're very kind.
He's an actor.
That's true.
That's right. And this, of course, is what one wears to pickleball. You want to dress business casual.
It's the right footwear, too.
That's great. Joshua, thanks so much. It's great.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. And in fact, the new episode of Unorthodox is released every Thursday. Leopoldstadt will finish up its extended Broadway run at the Longacre Theater on July 2nd.
Congratulations on all the things. And happy Father's Day.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.